Hello everyone, today I want to talk about game theory. A game is a model, a description of real-world situation. The purpose of formulating the real-world situation to the economic model is to understand behavior patterns. You can use game theory to simulate the model and solve it equilibrium. So first, I want to introduce what is a Nash equilibrium. Every player is rational and everyone wants to find the best response for themselves. The Nash equilibrium describes it. Nash equilibrium in game theory means every person's strategy is the best response to what the other players actually choose. No player wishes to change his or her behavior, given the behavior of his or her opponent. How to find the Nash equilibrium? There are two kinds of forms to simulate the model. There are normal form representation, which used in simultaneous move games, and the intensive form game, which used in sequential games. The matrix provided is a normal form representation of a game in which players move simultaneously and receive the payoffs as specified for the combinations of the actions played. In the below picture, we can see if player 1 plays top and player 2 plays left, player 1 receives 2 and player 2 receives 1 in each cell. The first number represents the payoff to the role player, and the second number represents the payoff to the column player. In this case, is player 2. Now I want to introduce the intensive form, which is represented by a tree. There are two players, 1 and 2. The numbers by every non-terminal node indicate which player that decision node belongs. The number by every terminal node represents the payoffs to players. For example, 10 and 20. Payoff of 20 to player 1 and the payoff of 10 to player 2. The labels by every edge of the graph are the name of the action that every player chooses. Now I want to introduce one of the topic of the game theory, which is a sequential game. In real life, many situations involve players choosing actions sequentially over time rather than simultaneously. We need to games in intensive form. We need to find the subgame perfect equilibrium, which represents a Nash equilibrium of subgame of the original game, and the subgame means for games of perfect information, a subgame is any part of the game tree that starts with a non-terminal node and includes everything follow that node up to the end of the game tree. We can solve for the subgame perfect equilibrium by using the backward induction method. For example, in the picture, from the bottom, the best response for the player 2 is to choose not to retaliate entry for payoff 20 given player 2's choices. Player 1 will choose to enter for payoff 10. Therefore, the subgame perfect equilibrium is 10 and 20. In recent years, more and more people have been paying attention to the cryptocurrency, and the game theory also in cryptocurrency. If you want to buy cryptocurrency recently, you should first observe the recent price and some positive news in the market. In February 2021, Musk tweeted his love for Dogecoin. People saw this message thinking about Dogecoin would be bought in a large amount by Musk, it will cause the price of the coin to rise and the profit. So when people saw Musk's tweets, they buy Dogecoin in large quantities, causing the price of Dogecoin to rise. This is an example of sequential game where people see other people's choices and then make their own choices. And here's the reference I use. Thank you for your listening.